There are three major phases of the socialization process: childhood, adolescence, and adulthood. While socialization takes place throughout a person's lifetime, some phases are critically important in shaping socialization at both the macro and micro levels. Additionally, there are several agents of the socialization process. That is, several institutional arrangements in our society whose function it is to transfer values. Traditionally, the literature on the socialization process developed by the systems theorists has emphasized the role of three of these agents of socialization. Given our earlier emphasis on the primacy and structuring principles, you may be able to guess which institutions in our society have been viewed as most critical to successful value transfer. There is ample scientific evidence to support the assertion that early learning is critical to the formation of values of all sorts, including political values. Permit me to digress momentarily. Several years ago, I administered a very simple and admittedly unscientific experiment. I asked all of the students in my classes that semester, many of my colleagues on the faculty, as well as several friends, neighbors, and family members, to answer two simple questions. The first question was, what year did you begin driving a car? The second question was, what are the two colors on a yield sign? Look at the results of this experiment. 2/3 of the respondents who began driving before 1982 identified black and yellow as the colors on the yield sign, while a little less than 30% correctly identified red and white as the two colors. On the other hand, the numbers are virtually reversed for people who began driving in 1982 or after. 64% said red and white, and 22% said black and yellow. Does this mean that older people are stupid and younger people are smart? I don't think so. There are some pretty smart and well-educated people in the pre-1982 group. Whereas the state of Texas and most other states completed the process of replacing old black and yellow yield signs with new red and white yield signs in 1982, it does say, however, that there was a significant number of people driving around for 15 or so years looking at red and white signs and thinking that they were seeing black and yellow signs. My point is that people retain information from their early learning experiences. In this example, the early learning experience is when they began driving.